morning, good evening, and good afternoon, gents. Virtual Archivist TaikunZ here. Kept you all waiting for a while, huh? But here's the second part of the collaboration between Japanese Unison League and a certain scientific Railgun tea. I forgot to show these to you, gents, but a random character from the show will say the name of the game during the title screen. This collab has introduced so much voice lines in the game, even when CPUs defeat enemies and all, apart from the standard Unison voices and stuff. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Unison League ですの。
Alright, so let's check out the collab menu.
お疲れ様。たまには休憩もいいけど、せっかくのイベントなんだから全力で遊びましょう。
I wasn't kidding about the voice lines, huh? Anyway, so the second half introduces a ranking reward system, which is common in collab events in Unison League. So for the second half of the event, the ranking reward monster is, their name is Accelerator in Last Order, and the game shows us the animation here, conveniently. That's nice. So let's see.
ふざけんじゃねえぞクソガキ
He seems like an edgelord. So let's see the ranking rewards list, and here are the ranking rewards. So for example, if you place in 500 first, you get these rewards, and then if you place at rank 2000, you get these rewards instead. So when you scroll through down, so you can see everything. And here's the cutoff. So moving on to what that monster does is here. So it's 39 cost, it's a time element monster, and then we have the following stats, and then we have the following skills over here. So some stuff to note is that it has Iron Wall. We haven't seen that R in a while. And then it has activation priority effect. Also removes buffs. So for the potentials, here are the following. Some notable stuff is that it has Serenity when you pot it 3 times. And then the Iron Wall, which was originally self-only, becomes all allies. So of course, as with event monsters, you can only pot the monster by itself. So among the ranking rewards, there's also the furniture, and it's the Last Order plushie. So the Last Order plushie, here's the stats, and then it has poison resistance up, which increases your poison resistance by 1. So if you remember the quest with the Misaka clones as the rewards, they added one more to the mix, and as we move on to this section, it's here. So the name is Misaka 10,777, and we've seen her before in some of the pictures, but she wasn't released during the first half. She was released on the second half. So the skills are kind of the same as the other Misakas, in that it's just a mix and match of existing skills from the other Misakas. So here's one more option for you if you want to continue farming for that particular quest. So now we have the new event quest versus Accelerator. It's a Super United Defense quest, so that means it has the rush mode, and it's limited in time. So these are the times in Japanese Unison League time that the quest is going to be available. Luckily, it's available now, so let's try it out. We got 49 minutes left, so let's do the easiest quest. So here are the following gear that has prestige bonuses. It includes the first half and the new second half spawn gear, which I'll be covering later on this video. Alright. Let's see. Oh, the prestige is different this time around. So let's look at it first before we start. Sorry for the stall. Oh, it has a lot of gem fragments and gems. Feel free to pause to see them a bit more clear. And that's the end of it. Now let's begin for real. Oh, it's already at yellow health. Still at my rook set. Oops. There we go. Kind of weird that they didn't put voice lines for him on this event quest. And here's an idea of how the card bonus looks like. White Day event begins not just in Japanese Unison League, but in Global Unison League. So if you want to check this out, head on over to the global version of the game, log on and check them out. I'm pretty sure that it released first in the global version of the game too. So, for the uninitiated, White Day is basically Valentine's but for dudes. So in Japan and Korea, they celebrate Valentine's a bit different from the rest of the world in that for Valentine's, which is February 14, the girls send chocolates to dudes. And for White Day, which is the 14th of March, it's the dude's turn to return the favor and send chocolates to the girls. Oh, they actually explain it here. Oh wait, it's kind of like a general explanation of it. So yeah, if I have to guess right, it's the same as the Valentine's event in that you can send gestures and those gestures will contain a bunch of random rewards to the ones you're gonna send the gesture to. So I see here, I wish we can keep these phases as emotes. And then there's also new backgrounds and things. So it's pretty sweet. Speaking of White Day, I'm going to be doing a stream in this channel, so be on the lookout for that. So it's that time of the month again. It's once again time for UniFest Spawns, which is the monthly spawn that introduces brand new weapons and defense gear that's never before in the game. But they kind of have like the same like skills, elements and stuff sometimes, but they have like unique skills sometimes too. So for this spawn, the conditions are the first half is off, meaning it's going to be 15 gems instead of 30, and then you get 10 gear from those spawns, and one of them is cost 26 or higher SSR gear guaranteed. And then you get the usual medals per spawn. So we move on here and we see the exchange. So here are the stuff you can exchange with the medals that you can get per spawn. Here, mostly light element because the Accelerator event is a dark super united defense, so you need light gear for that. So heading on over here, here's how the spawn look like. We have Keyblades now. I don't think we had Keyblades before, or I'm misremembering. There's so much gear now in Unison League. But yeah, here's how they look like. If you want a Keyblade, now's a good chance to get them in staff or sword form. And then we head on back here to check out what they do. So the name of the series is White Saints Key series. So they have attack replacement abilities and they have the resonance skills, which is the same skills as with Vicarala's set. So you know, the New Year monster from this year. So it has sword resonance, sight resonance, gun resonance, staff resonance, and book resonance. As for the defense gear are pretty weird. So what they do is that they massively reduce either physical or magic damage, but has an additional effect which recovers your cost by 3. Only if you're a specific class. So for the armor, it's soldier. For the clothing, it's archer, and which is the most unfair one because it reduces both physical and magic damage, while the others are just stuck with either physical or magic. And then for the helm, it reduces physical and then adds 3 costs if you're Lancer. So the added effect is class specific, but the main effect is for all classes. As for the hat, it's for the mage. So clerics are kind of shafted on this one. And finally, we have the Collab Spawns for the event. So if you're wondering why the Collab Spawn from the first half was kind of crappy, it's because they have the standard Collab Spawn for the second half of the event. So let's head on over to the game and see the animations first. So first up, him in a start. Whoops. And then him and you are. And then Index in SSR.
今日のご飯は何?
Index and you are.
スフィンクス
Accelerator in SSR.
めちゃくちゃにしてやる。
Edgy. Accelerator and you are.
めちゃくちゃにしてやる。
SSR. You are. Then SSR.
いなさい
You are.
すみませんと謝っておきます
これがダークマター。
And then you are.
ここはてめえの知る場所じゃねえんだよ。
So as you see from the characters, if I remember right, they're not from the anime that this collab is promoting, and they're from the other series set in the same universe. So they went with the oratorio route with like including Hestia and Belle. So as you see here, it's the same as the standard collab spawns in that at 100 gems you get like the max UR and then like ether drops. And then as for here, you can get like collab weapon or defense gear, and then this one has 1 SR guaranteed. So it has a free spawn, but let's take a look first at the weapons and defense gear here. So you see here, spear, the bow, and then let's head on over to the browser once again, so we can see what each monster does. So, Kanzaki Kaori is a fire monster, has 39 cost, and then the stats are the following here. And then here are the following skills. So notably, she does both physical and magic, but 4 times physical and 3 times magic. This reminds me of Jalal from the Fairy Tail collab, which he does the same. But the accuracy is at 100 points, unlike Jalal's, if I remember right, because you had to pot Jalal to have it hit 100%. So apart from that, she has the usual like increase attack and attack by 100%, and to get that 100% you need the buff limit increase. And then she has Kijin and Emaciated Collapse. So here's the following potentials too. And then next off, we got Itsuwa. So Itsuwa is 39 cost, water element, and the stats are here. So she's kind of the same in that she does water damage and it's both magic and physical. So other notable skills include Piercer, and then also has Blessing, and then Oblivion Collapse, which is the collapse field effect by Cordelia. So here are the following potentials. And then we move on over to Kakine Teitoku. So there seems to be a lack of like a wind monster, which I'm guessing will release like later on, or they don't have a wind monster for this. So here's the stats. It's the light monster for this second half. And then here are the following skills. So the notable skills for this one is that he has miasma. And then he can remove a damage reflect, damage reduction, and continuous heal effects, which is kind of not so much a big deal compared to the next one that I'm going to cover, I think. And then he also has Kijin and Fictional Collapse. And then here are the following potentials. Oh no, not the next one. So the next one is Accelerator. And then for Accelerator, he's Dark Element, 39 cost, and has the stats, same stat as the other collab monsters. And then he hits random enemies 10 times with dark physical damage. So notable stuff is that he also has an extra 5 times physical damage, which hits all enemies. So he reduces 30 cost, reduces unison gauge. Oh, he has a demerit effect, which is kind of weird because he's not a star monster, but he has a demerit effect. So changes cost held to 50, similar to Kumbira. And then he has Martin's effect, wherein you can reduce damage to 0 for 7 times, but it only lasts for 30 seconds this time around. And you also get Hero and Light Unison Lock to the enemy field. So here's the following potentials. Unlike the other monsters, he has 9-5 for increased stat slot. And now we move on to Kamiju Toma. So this is the one I was referring to earlier, because this guy, 39 cost, time element, and here's the stats, same stats. This guy removes almost everything. So as you see here, removes buffs, removes resurrection, wards, damage reflection, continuous healing, damage reduction, and damage nullifying effects. And then removes action speed buffs, cost recovery speed buffs, removes critical hit damage buffs. You know, only Vol and Rena and a few monsters have that. And then removes Frenzy, removes Awakening Standby Mode, which was the only effect from Scar. And then applies Hero for 60 seconds, and then has Deconstructed Collapse, which nullifies all buffs on the enemy field. So removes a lot. I guess it's an anime reference that I don't know about. I have to watch these series. And then couple that, he has all element defense from unison damage. So I'm guessing this guy is the protagonist of the series. It looks like it. And then lastly, we have Index. So Index is the star monster, 39 cost, same stats. And then here are the following skills. So for her, what's notable about her? She has psychological contamination. And then her demerit effect is damages for 40% of current HP to all allies, which helps activate Awakening, since you need to be 60% to activate Awakening. And then applies Grace, and she also has Seraphic Element, which is Ariel's signature field effect. So for the potentials, she has Despair Resistance and Star Defense. Oh yeah, the official website for the collab updated, and you can see the added characters for the second half. So if you're interested in checking that out, I'll leave the link at the description of this video. And that'll be all for this week in Japanese Unison League updates. One last thing I want to end up on is that Unison League Global finally has an official Instagram page. So if you are on Instagram, go give it a follow. They post unique stuff like this adorable menu in their company, plus this handsome portrait of Ateam admin. So head on over there and check it out. Additionally, I mentioned at the middle of this video that I will be hosting a singing stream to not only commemorate White Day, but to also celebrate that I hit 500 subscribers here on YouTube. Yay! So I'll be looking forward to singing for you friends over at my stream. This has been TaikunZ, zoning out.